There you go. If you want, you can put a semicolon at the end. At this point, it's kind of optional because right after that there's a closing brace, so you don't really need the you don't need the semicolon. But you can put it in, and usually for consistency, people do, because after you've coded the stuff long enough in a language like Java or C, you find it odd when there's a line that doesn't end with a semicolon when it's obviously some kind of termination thing. You can if you want, but it's optional. It's not going to break anything. It will, in a later example, in the holiday one, I'll show you when we add extra stuff to the enum. At that point, you need the semicolon to delimit the actual bits of the actual constants in your enum from all the methods and fields that you're adding, because you don't want it to get confused with that. So this is just a suit. It just tells you these are the 4 possibilities for card suits. And then let's have one for ranks. So rank.
Do you have to make a new file for a new enum? Or can you just
No, not necessarily. So I could do that this way if you. It doesn't really matter. You can make a new one, or you can make an inner class, like the one in the assignment. So in the assignment, you have an enum called cave type. You don't make a separate cave type class. You just put it inside the cave class as an inner enum if you want. You can put an enum inside a class, just like you can put a class inside a class. Okay, so this is the most boring part about writing enums. Okay, so there. I've just put new lines in there so it looks a little neater and it's easier to type in. You can put it all in one line and it won't care. So let's make ourselves a card class now. This is an actual class, not an enum. And I don't really care about it. So in this one, I'm going to have I'll have a rank. I'm just going to call it rank. And I'll have a suit, which I will call suit. And then I will make myself a card. So the constructor of this, you give it a rank and a suit. And so it just initialize those. So at this point, you will see everything is behaving just like it would if rank were a class or if rank were an enum. You don't see any difference in how you use them. They act exactly like objects. You could, in fact, if you wanted to go and replace rank with an actual class, it wouldn't change anything because it is technically a class. It just has all this extra nice syntactic sugar, so it looks easier to use in a class and gives you a nice way to declare all those constants. Otherwise, if enums didn't exist, you could simulate with classes. Just sort of have something pretend, give it a values and all of that, and just write a class of your own. Okay, let's also add a toString. And the toString is really just going to say, so say, like ace of spades, so whatever the rank is plus of the suit. Obviously, this calls the toStrings of ranks and rank and suit. So right, I haven't declared a toString, so the string that you will get from each of those is just the name of the variable. So ace will come out as ace in capital letters. Let's make one more class. It's going to be the one where I demonstrate what goes on. So I'll call that undo. Okay, so now if I want to make one, I could say, for example, 3 of clubs. What did I put in first? Rank. Okay. So you will say rank of 3, and then you've got clubs. So this is just me using an enum as a parameter to the constructor, and if you print this out, you invoke the toString of that guy, and you get 3 of clubs. So it just comes out looking sort of all capitalized and well, this is the way they come out. It's the variable name, essentially. You can change that if you want. You can go into your toString and change it to give you, maybe it's not capitalized, maybe you get the number instead when necessary. All of those things. Not really very difficult to do. Maybe I'll do that in a moment since we have a couple of minutes. Let's do one more. Let's make a array list of cards, which obviously we'll call a deck. And we're going to populate the whole thing and shuffle it. No joke. I say this, what I get, before I use this, let me show you what that does. If I do this, it will print out all the possible values of the soup. So clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. And I can do the same thing with ranks. And now I'll just make a card. So let's say C. And this will have rank R and suit S. And I'll put it in the deck. So now we have a deck of cards, and I can print it out if necessary. Excellent. So there you go. That's your entire deck over there. Let's also shuffle this instead. So this is from the collections class. The shuffle method. It just imposes a random shuffle on the class you run. So if I print it now, you get a nicely shuffled deck. Oh, anyway. Use this on magicians who are obviously forcing cards on you when they shuffle. Make them do it by computer. And they can't cheat. Okay, so there you go. That's the whole thing. It comes out nicely shuffled and everything. So you can change it a little bit if you want and have the strings change them around by modifying the choose string. So, for instance, let me do one final example. Actually, no. We'll continue that the next time. I'll finish up with the other example and show you in that one.